Hello and welcome to Life Talks with Anurag Paul. I am your host Anurag Paul. In this latest episode of our podcast, today we are going to explore a question that many of us have faced at some point in our lives. Can we ever stop loving someone? If you have ever gone through a breakup, you know how hard it can be to let go of someone you once loved. You might wonder if you will ever get over them, if you will ever find someone else, if you will ever be happy again. You might feel like you are stuck in the past, unable to move on. But is it really possible to stop loving someone? Is it something that we can control? Is it something that we should even want? And what does it mean to move on from someone? In this episode, we are going to dive deep into these questions and more. We are going to discover that love is not a simple or static thing. It's a complex and dynamic process that involves our brains, our hearts, and our souls. It's something that can change over time, for better or for worse. It's something that can stay with us even when the person is gone. But we are also going to discover that love is not a prison. It's a gift. It's something that enriches our lives, that teaches us important lessons, that makes us grow as human beings. It's something that we can cherish, but also let go of when it no longer serves us. We are going to discover that moving on doesn't mean that we stop loving someone. It means that we start loving ourselves more. So join me on this journey of exploring one of the most universal and profound questions of human existence. Can we ever stop loving someone? This is Life Talks with Anurag Paul. Let's get started. If you have ever gone through a breakup, you know how painful it can be. You might feel like your heart is shattered, like you have lost a part of yourself, like you will never be happy again. You might cry yourself to sleep, wondering if you will ever get over them. You might ask yourself, can I ever stop loving them? Well, the answer is not so simple, because love is not a switch that you can turn on and off. Love is not something that you can just erase from your memory. Love is not something that you can just replace with someone else. Love is complex, messy, and beautiful. Love is something that changes you, that shapes you, that teaches you. Love is something that stays with you even when the person is gone. But that doesn't mean that you can't move on. That doesn't mean that you can't heal. That doesn't mean that you can't find love again. There is a difference between moving on and unloving someone. You don't stop loving someone just because they are gone. You stop loving them when they stop making you happy. Think about it for a moment. What does it mean to love someone? Is it just a feeling? Is it just a word? Or is it something more? To me, love is not just an emotion. Love is an action. Love is a choice. Love is a commitment. When you love someone, you don't just say it. You show it. You do things for them. You make them happy. You make them feel valued. You make them feel alive. When someone loves you, they do the same for you. They make you happy. They make you feel valued, they make you feel alive. But sometimes things change, sometimes people change, sometimes love fades. And when that happens, when someone stops making you happy, when someone stops showing you love, when someone stops being there for you, then maybe it's time to let them go. Because holding on to someone who doesn't love you back is not healthy. It's not fair to yourself or to them. It's not good for your mental and emotional well-being. It's okay to acknowledge the good times you had with them. It's okay to appreciate the lessons they taught you. It's okay to cherish the memories they gave you. But it's also okay to move on. It's okay to heal. It's okay to find happiness elsewhere. Moving on doesn't mean that you stop loving them. It means that you start loving yourself more. It means that you recognize your worth and your potential. It means that you open your heart to new possibilities and new people. It means that you find someone who makes you happy again, someone who loves you the way you deserve to be loved, someone who makes you believe in the beauty of love again. But this time a different kind of love, a better kind of love, a lasting kind of love. So yes, my friends, you can fully move on and never want to go back to your ex. But also yes, that your heart will never truly unlove them because they once made you happy, and that is okay. And if you are heartbroken right now, I promise you will find love again. You will find love again. You will find love again. I hope this episode helped you in some way. If it did, please share it with someone who might need it too. That's it for today's episode of Life Talks with Anurag Paul. I hope you find these tips helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out to me at www.lifetalkswithanuragpaul.com. And if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time.